What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. It is now the first of the month, March 1st. Here we are. And you know what time it is? It's time for the most anticipated albums of the month. March is kind of dry. There's literally only 5 releases that I had on this list. And there's nothing really significant coming out this month. No like superstars or heavyweights. Nothing. At least nothing that's announced yet. So that's kind of weird. But I expect there to be some really good projects in March, and you can count on me to review them. But let's get into this list. First on our list, coming out March 4th, is Boss Too High to Riot. I like the title. The title to me kind of sounds like it'd be like a stoner comedy set in like the early 1990s when there was the Watts riots or something. I don't know, but it seems like something funny. At least that's what I gather from it. I don't know what to expect from the project itself though. Coming off of Revenge of the Dreamers 2, I'm definitely anticipating this a lot more. I felt like he had a really good verse on Cause's Tabs, and he had the record Housewives. I like that song a lot. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do on his sophomore album. And it comes out March 4th, this Friday. And, we'll see what it sounds like. If there's some kind of theme to it. I always like when I hear the title and I'm like, is there going to be like a theme connected to it? Or is it just the title? I don't know. We'll see. Also dropping March 4th, Smoke DZA and Harry Fraud's sophomore album, He Has Risen. I've been waiting since, I believe it was 2011 or even 2012 when they first dropped their first collaborative project together. And since then I've been really waiting on another one. I think this project kind of just came out of nowhere though. As opposed to the other project they did, I feel like this one, the build-up hasn't been as big. They kind of just announced it, I believe at the beginning of February, and put out the song with Snoop Dogg, the only guest feature on the album, and then it's coming out. Here we are. I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be a really good project. I think Smoke DZA is one of the most underrated artists in New York, and he just doesn't get the credit he deserves. But hopefully, this project really gets the attention it deserves once it comes out and people see it and hear about it and go listen to it, Going up a week to March 11th, Elzhi, Lead Poison. Again, another amazing title. This month, there's some really good titles. And when you look at the cover for Lead Poison, you kind of get this feel of like how the cover connects to the album title. Alone, the album title Lead Poison doesn't seem as cool, but when you see the title and you see all the pencils coming down, like raining down on them, you kind of get a vibe like what the album is going to be about. I was reading an interview that Elzhi did with Noisy, and one of the things he was talking about was like this dark cloud was hanging over him, and that's one of the reasons why it's taken him 5 years to put out a project. And it's been 3 since his Kickstarter. He did a Kickstarter in 2013 that was successful, and at the beginning of the year there was kind of rumblings that one of the backers might sue Elzhi because he's taking so long and he hasn't given many updates, but that turned out to not happen, obviously, and he announced the album finally, and it's coming out. So, like I said, I love the title, Lead Poison, and I expect something very deep, very thoughtful. I want to know more about this dark cloud that's been hanging over him for the last few years, and I think, it'll be a good project. Also dropping on that same day is the debut album of Flatbush Zombies, 3001, A Laced Odyssey. Like I keep saying, the titles of this month are really nice. I like them, and I want to know, like I said with the Boss album, I want to know if Flatbush Zombies are kind of gonna have a theme to this album. I mean, if anybody can paint a picture of what like 3001 would look like, I feel like it's the Flatbush Zombies. They have such a vivid imagination and a really strong lyrical sense. They're very underrated. I think next to someone like Smoke DZA, I would say Flatbush Zombies are one of the most underrated in New York. It's like Flatbush Zombies kind of just fly under the radar, but they have a huge fan base. I've seen them tour the country several times in, the last 3-4 years. So they have fans. They just fly really underground, under the radar. But getting back to the title, I wonder if 3001 is like going to actually be a concept album. I've purposely not listened to any of the singles because I just want to hear it in full. And, it'll happen on March 11th. Our final album, which is actually not even like the end of the month. So I'm wondering if there's more coming the end of the month. But March 18th, hopefully, this album has been pushed back twice now. It was supposed to come out in December, and then it was supposed to come out in February. And I had talked about it in February, so I don't have a whole lot to say. But it's Lil Bibby, Free Crack 3, the epilogue. This is the final installment of the Free Crack series, and I'm just looking forward to it at this point. I wonder what the pushback has been again. Like, it made sense to kind of push it back from December to February because he just put out the mixtape at the end of November. But now it's kind of like, what is the reason for pushing it back? I don't know. But like I said, I don't really have too much to say because I said everything that I wanted to say about this album in the February edition of the series. So I think that's it. That's all the confirmed albums that are coming out in March. Obviously, it's not limited to those 5, but nothing else is on the board. Nothing else is on iTunes or pre-order, or nobody's announced anything yet. So we shall see what the month of March brings us. Let me know your most anticipated albums for this month in the comment section below. And what do you think of the albums that I highlighted? The 5, Boss, Smoke DZA, Elzhi, Flatbush Zombies, and Lil Bibby. Let me know in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at SormersDomain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.